I hate to ruin your day, but we're going to get a little esoteric with this one. So, while most of the things that I've been saying so far about the Fool have been representative of symbols and things that we are pretty chill with, so like little dogs and the sunshine and roses, and most people are pretty aware of all this kind of stuff. Most people are pretty aware of like what those things might mean when we talk about white roses, when we talk about little dogs. All of those things are pretty chill. Now we're going to get a little weird. For those who are not into the tarot, not into runes, not into any kind of mythology or divination or anything like that, these four lovely things are probably super foreign. What we have here are four runes. I'm going to go through them, I think, one by one. But we'll start with that one. Yes. This is Pertho. Pertho is representative of luck, chance, prosperity, destiny, sometimes also birth, aka new beginnings, and pregnancy. That'll show up in some other cards too, but in response to the Fool, we have obviously that luck, that chance, that possibilities is really what this one means. So while sometimes it can be a rune that's not necessarily a good thing, because again, you're taking a chance, it is also a rune that is representative of kind of those possibilities. So when you look at this rune, and maybe you want to put this in the background of your Fool card, maybe you want to draw this somehow on like his sleeves, or I don't know, maybe he's got a tattoo, who knows? Anyway, this is one of the runes that is associated with the Fool card. We got a few others to deal with as well. More runes. That is Berkana. So Berkana, in relation to the Fool card, obviously is about beginnings. Berkana is a rune of beginnings, motherhood, fertility, and all of the kinds of things that go with that. In the relation to the Fool card, though, Berkana is basically simply beginnings. It does look like a letter B, which is why this is one of the few runes that I'm like, I totally know what this is, because it represents birth and beginnings, and both of those words start with the letter B. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for Berkana. But this, obviously, to do with the Fool card, is that opening, that beginning, that start to all the things. I promise the rest are going to be way more interesting. Dagas. Say it with me. Dagas. Okay, anyway. While Berkana represented birth and beginnings and prosperity and all those kinds of things, Dagas also represents those things. But also, interestingly, Dagas represents first light and awakenings. So with awakenings, obviously we've got, again, first light, we've got the sun, we've got the sunrise over here. It's a really cloudy backdrop. That's terrible. Anyway, but the way I remember Dagas is because this way it kind of looks like an hourglass. That's not the right way to have it, but it reminds me that this is representative of time and that turning of time. So we have our new awakening, our growth process. While yes, Berkana was very much about growth as well, this one is more about that first burst of light, that first aha moment, that awakening moment. So enlightenment, and obviously sunrise and the sun. So maybe in your sun symbolism, you can also have this on your card somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. It's up to you. You don't have to include runes on your card. It's just something that I like to toy with. I have a bind rune on me, so I feel like sometimes I have to play with runes a little bit, although they're not my forte. All right, last but not least, rune number 4, Wunjo. I hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, this one represents victory, completion, joy, and productivity. P for productivity. Okay, maybe not. But anyway, now the joy part, I totally get with the Fool, because ignorance is bliss, man. Ignorance is bliss. We have no idea what we're doing. Ignorance is bliss. But it's a victory card, or I'm sorry, a victory rune, a victory symbol. I feel like that's more of an ending. And yes, the Fool is the 0 card in the Major Arcana. It is neither the beginning nor the end. It is both the beginning and the end. So something to keep in mind as you're working on your Fool card is that while, yes, it represents those new beginnings, it represents that burst, that first awakening, one thing's beginning is another thing's ending, and one thing's ending is another thing's beginning. I'm pretty sure I stole that from a song. Anyway, so the Fool, being the 0, is always in his cycle, is always in that adventure, always in his journey. And that is another thing altogether.